Right, flipping coin, checking coin, keeping coin. We're getting paid for this one. Constable Ed is finally back on the case as he should be. Right, so welcome to Season 10 Playoffs, Final 16, and congratulations, it's match day number 7 here. And here it is. This is the play of insanity that many in the BBPN were indeed rooting, hoping for, praying for, or at least hoping, they at least get to watch here and, chew a couple of nuggets here. So, Flying Floofs, Pro Elves versus the Castaway Rascals. You can see Castaways actually got reserves. Of course, they're goblins. And the Floofs, well, that's a good question here. What's he got? Oh, look, he actually does have a loner. So, basically, the Flying Floofs here have a loner, so they're basically replacing the Diamond Dogs when it comes to being a beat-up team. Let's just hope he doesn't have the same fate, as you gotta admit, it's very rare when you see a Elf team being out-hogged by the other Bash team. That was just that kind of game. Check it out on the cast there, because I gotta admit, that is definitely a thing of beauty and history in the making in this league. The Floofs would like to not repeat the pattern here. And you can see, yep, Castaway Rascals have even brought in, you got it, it's Nobler, and hey look, someone might actually know to use him properly. He's not on the front line. Oh well, there you go. It's a blitz already, and this is just going to make, life absolutely great. Great.
Holy shnikes.
And here they come. But look what the ball is. It's a horrible situation. They're going to have to risk blitzing down a player just to have a chance of actually catching this thing. Sidestep. Good, smart move. Sidesteps himself into the player. Does make it kind of wonder, why didn't you blitz with him? Chainsaw would have taken care of that, You rolled high enough for it. Well, maybe it's early. Maybe he was helping to get an early foul in. Well, anything's possible here. As you can see, he does have the extra bit of cash. And, of course, the supporters bus did pull in early on this morning. And yet, Floofs get exactly what they want. And that's, of course, well, that's going to be a touchback. And, of course, ball's all the way back. Yeah, well, so much for that. Castaway Rascals might even be out of position on that one. But this is the business in the playoffs, especially. You do not want to waste a blitz, crazy as that one was. Well, wrestle in play, that does fit because, well, it's a player on the ground. Unfortunately, that's 2 players on the ground, and one of them being yours, it's not the Castaway Rascals' actual plan. So, Underworld is now going to have to be a little bit patient. They don't want to be. Patience, of course, not the strong point. And again, a lot of things some would say is not the strong point. And then I'd say, hi, have you seen this team dodge? It's better than just trying to get a bit, not spill your beer when you go to the bar on a Friday night. This team's impressive. And there's the throw. Straight into the ground. And, well, he's done a great job of, well, hurting himself. Wonderful.
Anything to declare? Yeah, don't go to England.
Well, his view is he's got plenty more of those off. 2 more, in fact. And he might as well go back to work. There's a push me, push you. The rest of the team moving into slightly better position. It looks like we know what's getting set up here. It's all a matter of, get on with it. Oh, look. The Elf's got dodge. How surprising. And now, let's actually show this bugger what we actually mean. Oh no, that's horrible. I have to use a reroll.
Nobody makes me bleed my own blood. Nobody!
Now, we are fucked.
Ouch!
Well, it's an ouch, but it's only a stun. And it's frankly, it's cost Castaway rerolls a precious reroll, and they even had to reroll that one. They got lucky on the loner. That just tells you how bad a day it is. This is always, as someone said, Nobler's really big problem compared to the regular Goblin Chainsaw. When he wins, he has to use a loner to try and, re-roll that 50% chance you waste the re-roll anyway. Bit of a frustration, isn't it? So, suddenly, the flying floofs, well, since this is going on here, they might as well start running with the football and actually score this thing. Don't get me wrong, it's a great idea. It's absolutely fabulous. And, there's a little bit of subtlety there. And risk, once again, is the business. Can the Underworld team? They can easily contain this in numerous ways. But here's the question. Can they? There's a flurry of push me, push yous going on here on the front line. And there's the power of dodge and stunty through the entire team. And now he's going to try and howitzer another one. And, well, he's done it again. That's a bad day, isn't it?
Strategist in progress.
And what's two? Nobler, you're a fucking idiot. You really are. Idiot.
Bring out today!
Well, I got one word for that.
The phrase rhymes with clucking bell.
Oh, I couldn't agree with you more there. Suddenly, well, so much for that investment. That player's been totally useless. Twice he rolls a 1, this time takes himself out. Well, that's the thing. Chainsaw, the loner chainsaw, it's always unreliable. And this time, more than before. Clearly, he got it from the Goblin squad of last year. There's a good, solid hit.
Alright. Who wants some?
And more pounding going on. He's got the hit. Goblin survives. But, well, Floofs, they're not done just yet. Another solid punch away. Down goes this lad. And he's got everything screened up. Meanwhile, the rest of the team... Well, in case there's any funny business, let's actually keep the rest of the Underworld team on screen. Well, you can see how this offense has gone. He's down 4 players. That was quick, lads. No. 2 heads dodging away. He's lucky he makes it, but he finally decides to stop after only moving 1 square. Does get the move the Troll. Troll, of course, fails to penetrate anything. And Castaway Rascals continue the absolute futility of their punching by, well, quite frankly, lots of push me. Oh, there you go. Finally. You hit something. Doesn't break, of course. And he goes running over to help his poor lad. And he keeps an eye on things. The Goblin, the power is stunty. He does make it, marks him up. But, well, that's a brave lad. Yeah. Stupid, but brave. And the Floofs have now got to study the situation here. Do they want to start trying to run the score? That's quite the impressive start. You've got quite a few players out. You might end up players. So why not? Their other viewpoint is that, well, it gives them more turns while they have this advantage to, I'll just keep on the beatings. Push me, push you. This Goblin just does not want to go down anytime soon. And looking at the skills he's got, Wrestle, he could actually get away with a miracle 2 dice uphill. And the Floofs have got to be aware of this. The longer this player stands, the better chance he has of getting away with a bloody miracle. Meanwhile, well, there it is. It's in. It's absolutely in. Well, 1-0. He did look at the situation and he realised, he can't risk with a wrestle sitting there. So, Underworld, you're on the offense now. It was a generally quick score, but now you're already out your 2 reserves. It's now even Steven. Well, even as it can get when you're considering that, a good chunk of your players are Goblins. But you can see even from here, up above, how extensive the mutations are for this Underworld team. Not 1, not 2. There's 3 2-headed players, and of course what that means is, guess what? +1 on any dodge. He's stunty. Yeah, you got it. 2s. Lots and lots of 2s. So don't be surprised to see almost the equivalent of Elf Dickery all day when it comes to dodging and marking players. It really is a fabulous strategy. It can do an awful lot. As long as the rest of the team actually do their job. There's the kick. Well, Castaway Rascals, they're absolutely happy. They finally get themselves a quick one there. And, of course, the kick actually works in their favour. What on earth are you doing? Alright. You gave the ball to the troll. Really?
There's a touch of madness around here.
Okay.
Nobody makes me bleed my own blood. Nobody!
And there's a good solid hit. Maybe he's right. And the Castaway Rascals.
I have a cunning plan that cannot fail.
He might be right. No, seriously, that's what you're hearing from me. Maybe he's right. Suddenly, in some kind of, absolutely heroin-induced dazed, the Underworld team have come up with a crazy sense of brilliance here.
Because here at Globo Gym, we're better than you. And we know it.
He could absolutely be right. This might even work. And he's off with the ball. And now he's even marking the Elves up. He's got plenty of turns. This troll definitely could get down the field. He could definitely score. Finally he fails the, quote, easy dodge. But you know what? The way he's been rolling dice, that's going to ever do. You know what? He'll take that. Flying Floofs. What are you going to do about this one? Well, good solid fisting, and he gets 2 for 2. And of course it's only a stun. Well, he's going to count his blessings on that one, and now he's going to go, can he make it 3? It's blocked, he's down, and once again, so you saw that, 3 goblins down, 3 fails. And the Floofs are now having to do many things they don't want to do. That fails. And he re-rolls that on the tackle, does get away, but it is a precious re-roll finally. Pissed away. Well, don't blame him. Do you want to be standing next to the troll? I wouldn't. And the Castaway Rascal's going, well, since you're not tagging up the ball carrier, we'll just keep on going. Well, he thinks about it. Oh, gods, there he went.
You must be joking.
He does make the loner re-roll, lucky him, and does make the go for it. Underworld decides to screen up the troll. Meanwhile, let's get back to work. Can they actually get some damage this time? And there's a solid punch. And he got him.
I think that guy might really be dead.
And finally, quick turn of events here. 2 injuries. And this game is now taking a completely nasty side. Easy dodge away by the 2 hands. Flying Floofs. This has become a game of madness. I love it. I feel these nipples. Like you cut glass with these things. No. Alright, too much information for you. Tackle on the poor goblin. Because the elf's a bit of a wanker. And in he goes, marking up the ball carrier. Here come more elves. Try and screen things up. Few more. Try and tie up more of the Underworld team. And coming around the flank here is this little pisser. Well, it's a good solid layer defense, I'll give it that. Let's see if Underworld can completely mess with this. Block on block. Saves his rerolls. If it's turn 6 here, lad, you're running out of turns for him. Alright, once again, stunting in 2 hands. Easy dodge. It's a push away. And again, easy dodge. Decides to mark this play up. Again, another easy dodge. This is becoming a clinic on goblin dodging. He got another one. Nice job. There goes the apothecary.
Feed them to the pigs, Harold.
But by this point here, you can see he's now removed 3 players, unfortunately. Well, leads with his chin, but I don't think he's too worried about it. He's within strike range on a really bad day, and he's still got 2 turns to try and walk this one in. And finally, high and mighty elf figures out how to hit a poor goblin. Well, he re-rolls that one there. 1 and 9 for 1-9. Both wrestled down. Good on you. Get off me pitch. Oh, look. Tackle. Meet dodge. Dodge. Meet me fist. And down he goes. Flying Floofs move in. Because they realise there's enough turns. Maybe you'll bonehead, maybe you won't. But every step he takes, and every heart he rips out, well, we're going to be watching you here on the BBPN. Alright, Gobs, what you got for us now? I gotta keep reminding myself, it's not Gobs, but it's close enough. Underworld. Nah, sidestep. Sidestep doesn't work so well when there's nowhere really else to go, and you can now see the brilliance. And he's in. He's finally in.
Yes! Yes!
Well, what a title of the tape. He's turned that game around here. Suddenly, the Floofs actually find themselves at a bit of a numbers disadvantage here. Yeah, you can count that right. There's 8 of them left, and we're not even done half. That was a devastating turn. As for Underworld, bit of, key, plying of ointments, lots and lots of beer. He's got his bodies back. He's still feeling a couple of 11. Now, admittedly, yes, he's got a whole stack of goblins. But as you can see, these are not just ordinary goblins. They are phenomenal Underworld goblins, which he's been breeding from small swigs for years. But kind of explain the weird expression on his face. Oh, come on, get on with it here. Anytime today? Are we getting on with this? He's going to set them all up in the back.
What the fuck are you two doing?
Sigh. Are we quite through yet? No? How about now? Finally! Yes, this caster gets exasperated when he finds about like a third of his recordings taken up by coaches not knowing where their players are going. Just saying. I know exactly where my players are going, straight to the casualty dugout, courtesy of my opponent. But you know what? That's Blood Bowl for you. It's a great game. Right, let's get this on here, lads. Floofs. They've got the team that can do this. Well, let's see what we've got here. The Castaway Rascals are laughing because they've got yet another one. It's absolutely great. They can do something. But here's the problem. Look what your team is. You're absolutely in the worst spot to take advantage of this. Oh, it's a thought. It might not be a good thought, but it's a thought, and he now suffers for it. He survives. You got lucky, lad. Salted punch in the front. The Skaven are taking absolutely squigs worth of abuse. But by this point here, I think they have conceded. They are not getting the one-turn touchdown. And it's just time for beatings. Quickly decides to re-roll that one here. Gets a solid hit. Sweet bugger all. As for the rest of the Floofs, well, they've decided they're actually going to beat on the troll. They got him. Didn't do much anything to him there. They must have hit him someplace unimportant like his head. Remember, the key of knocking down and entering dwarves is hit them in some place that matters. Preferably the second toe. Well, Skaven, it's turn 8. He's brought players up. He'd like to do something else. There's a solid hit. Sidestep kicks in. And down goes the little maggot. And once again, he's got things rather screened up. And here we go. He's got him. And maybe he doesn't have them. Well, that was interesting. 1-1 is your score. This halftime is being brought to you by Coca-Cola. Now the new added ingredient of double hemlock. Right now, it's starting to, I hate to say it, it's starting to look pretty good for the Underworld team. Okay, I don't hate to say it. I'm delighted to say that. Because this is not exactly what you're expecting, was it? You thought this would be one-sided. Oh, I wouldn't say it's one-sided. Well, the fans, you got to appreciate that. Well, bravo and well done, you two lads. So now this is where it gets really, really fun, doesn't it? Let's turn this around. It's Underworld's turn to give, well, what for? Well, a lot of thoughts going into this one here. Underworld's got themselves in an interesting bit of a poser. They'd like to score, get into the on the board, preferably actually early. But they'd like to do a lot of damage before they score. Well, both teams actually do get, an extra little reroll. That's good for them all. Well done. EA! 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 I don't know where that one came from. Well, you got one very excited fan up there. Some would say at this point, do you actually do it? No, you don't. What's the point? There literally isn't a point to doing it. Why waste a player? Solid punch, no effect. Troll, he'd like to get in on this too, but unfortunately it's just push me, push you. But, oh, it's always good, getting to know your friends. Coming around the top. He's got a good solid hit. Does he get a result that's useful out of this one? Well, it looks right.
I swear I will not kill anyone.
And that's highly disappointing to hear. It's a KO. He'll take it, because that removes yet another floof off the field. And then there was 7, as noted, yes. Castaways, full stack. They've got a little bit of everything, but no more Apothecary there for the Pro Elves. So, frankly, there's a lot of options he's got here. He's several players up. Does he want to go and do something else here? He's got him, maybe.
Bitch must pay.
Well, fortunately, it's only a stun. Constable Williams is now come on to replace Constable Ed. Apparently, Constable Ed has been called away. He is being sent to the last out-of-time game, Match Day 8, which will be going down later on this weekend, lads. And then we'll finally go, Final 8, what went right, what went so wrong. I still think a lot of it all went right, because, damn it, wasn't that entertaining so far, lads. Now, this is interesting style of play. He's definitely threatening the ball because you never know. One bad animosity roll and that ball is free. Underworld's actually got to be somewhat observant of that. Where the hell are you going, lad? And he's putting up a screen, if you can call it that. Meanwhile, he's going to try and get this player back out of position. Hey, double skull. And it ends up, well, he knocks him down, but doesn't do much else. Rest of the team moving in a better position. And you're putting the goblin up as part of your screen. Well, let's see how well this works. Finally decides to mark this play up. Troll taking part. Don't you wish he had tackle? Well, there's always a higher list of other things to get for trolls, isn't it? Fine.
What the fuck are you two looking at?
Well, Constable Williams has decided gallantly he's not going to call that one there because, as he said, it was a fair hit. Absolutely fair. And let's just face it, the Elves would just try to sell that one as a penalty. Let's actually go take another replay look at that one there. Nope, technical difficulties. I'm going to have to get back to the cameraman on that one. Well, there's a KO. And isn't it me? You see that right there? He decides to use the apothecary right now. It's insanity. But Underworld does smell. You know what? Let's keep every player we've got on the pitch and see what happens. Underworld, well, bit of confidence coming into this team. Actually, it seems to be quite a lot. And they are continuing to stack things up here. Let's see if they can actually get this poor lad. The Goblin takes a swing. He gets the bugger. And down he goes. Well, he advances a little further up the field here. Light screen continues. And it looks like they're going to carry on here. Troll finally fighting some contact. And he got him. He absolutely got him.
I'm invincible! You're a loony.
Oh, well, let's go back to the camera there. Let's actually see what happened on that, proposed foul here. Let's actually take a look at that. Yeah, he's definitely trying to sell that one to the referee. Well, he's going to try that one again. Does make the crazy dodge reroll. And the Elves, miracle of miracles, up around the top. And they get the bugger, ball free.
Let's go.
And that's some pretty solid play by the Floofs. Figured a way out, one die, they take it, and they got it. And now the ball's in a scramble. Of course, now, admittedly, that one apothecary on the one player, it's not looking so crazy. Unfortunately, troubles the triple here is way out of the play. They're going to have to send somebody to go talk to him. Behind the play. Well, wrestle once more. And, of course, big hand. Quick handoff. Brilliant. He's got the ball. It's amazing what you can do with a Goblin with big hands. My sister tells me there's quite the long description. And it's not just ball handling. Anyway, carrying right along. Another solid hit, down goes that lad. But Underworld's done this turn. And they're going to have to carry this one on. Clock's ticking away, but from Underworld's viewpoint, oh god, there they go. There goes another one. Well, so much for that apothecary. He's back off again. But it only drops them on one player, considering just how many Pro Elves are left in the pitch. If you do a quick count, that's right, lads. All you're seeing is 6. He's down 5 players so far. However, this is an Elf team. Expect plenty of Elf victory. There's the quick dive in. He re-rolls it. And now, sorry, it's only a push, but he has penetrated in. That's what she said. And now Underworld's got about 4 of the players completely out of the play, and they've got to bring them all the way back in one more time. No, I'm not going to sing that song. Underworld, well, let's face it, they're going the wrong way. Really? Look, that's the way they're supposed to be going. And, well, notice where the ball is. Good, he'll take that one.
Can't believe you've never been cow tipping before. Get ready to live.
I hate to say it, crazy as that sounds, you'll take a KO because, well, frankly, that's another poking elf off the pitch there. And now the Elves are down to 5. But he's furiously here trying to defend the ball carrier because the Elves keep on finding ways to get at him. And there's a touch of madness right there. He has to re-roll that. 1 in 9 on the blocks. Does get the solid hit. Down goes the Elf. And the Elves finally fail one.
Holy shnikes, it worked.
Well, looking at it, he had 3 rerolls, but he decides he might actually need these. He's thinking about it, and you can see Castaway Rascals would really like to score this late. Will the Flying Floofs oblige them? Oblige. There's a word you don't hear from an Underworld team. Solid punch, sidestep, however. And meanwhile, the punishment, there's another wrestle. He brings over the troll. And now, why are you fouling with this one?
Now, we are fucked.
Well, lucky. Constable Williams still has decided he's not calling anything today. And it's fortunately for the Elves, it's only a stun. Here comes the craziness. And of course, he's got another KO.
Ouch, down population, you, bro!
But does he come? Yeah, and he does. He makes it. And the player indeed is clear. Makes all the go for it. Doesn't even need a reroll. Suddenly, Underworld's got themselves a problem. They'd love to stall it out. He's not going to let them. And he has concentrated all his firepower trying to take out a Miracle. He makes the really stupid. Marks him up. And meanwhile, the brawl continues down the field.
Well, hello, Mr. Fancy Pants.
All right.
And you can see, he's finally got this one in.
You can't touch this. You can't touch this. You can't touch this. You can't touch this. My music hits me so hard, makes me say, oh my Lord, thank you. God bless.
Enough of that. Okay, enough celebration by the fans. Underworld pretty much thinks this one's in the can. They might even be right. No, don't get me wrong here. They might even be right here. They've got several of the players. Then they down to 1 now, so they're 10 players. Meanwhile, the Flying Floofs, well, they're down to 7. But let's stress this again and again. It's Elves. You might be amazed what they can actually do. And the Elves do indeed have 2 turns to try and tie this one up. And yeah, wisely here. Minor readjustments. Let's take a look here, a little bit more of the skills. There's the key player. He really needs to stop the ball carrier. Tackle, wrestle. That's going to be your rat to have to do the job. And that's the tough one, isn't it? Now, no guarantee it's actually going to work. But no, that's the rat's going to make sure that ball stays on the ground. And absolutely stays there. Alright, they're planning this one up. Let's see. Come on. Let's get on with it again. There it is. There's the kick. And it's yet another blitz. Incredible. Castaway Rascals. Well, they didn't want to ignore this one. There it is. There he goes. And unfortunately, crash landing. He does re-roll it. And the bug is down. He's actually down. And he's waiting for the ball to land. Meanwhile, the rest of the goblins, do they come charging through? That's the play right there. Solid hit. And this lad's through. This is a disaster for the Flying Floofs here. Of course, for those of you keeping track, that is the 3rd blitz. What a crazy up game. Castaway Rascals absolutely getting the job time and time again. Right, pause up here. You're leaving this guy awfully exposed and alone here. You'd really, because of the time, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, maybe 2 goes if you really feel like it. But the reality is you had all the goblins in position. Instead of like maybe mocking him up, he's agility 4. He can dodge away, is irrelevant. You need the bodies here surrounding the ball to make it absolutely insane. Look, I'm not trying to be an absolutely brutal bastard about that one, but it's kind of important here, lad. You might want to try that out. But I could be wrong. You can see he has moved the other one in. And unfortunately, well, he hasn't quite gotten anywhere with that one. Well, Floofs. There is an absolute reroll. He's got to get that one. Does get it. Advances up. See, this is where my point is. And he's off. He's absolutely off. Sigh.
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
Now, do you see what I mentioned? You needed to absolutely surround the situation because he can't get back and get the ball as easily. Even if you fail to catch it. I'm sorry, lad. Well, turn 16. This guy's away unless you put a miracle with, of all things, a goblin. Meanwhile, heavy smash. Down goes the filth. I mean elf. Filthy says. Yeah. Look, I hear they shower regularly. And spooge. Got carrying on. Solid hit, and he does indeed get the KO. Well, that's got to help going into a potential overtime here. Definitely.
Alright. Who wants some?
And carries on through. And now, how crazy does he want to get? Okay, lad, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in a go. And then the other one can get in front. Yes, I know, it's one die. But you never know, you force him to maybe have to re-roll if he rolls a skull. Or a push and he can fail to dodge. But, fine. The elves just frankly go and get to work. And the bastard's actually in. Well, that happens. Well, enough celebrations there from the elves, and it looks like, lads, indeed, we are going into the craziness that is indeed overtime. Well, you had your chance, didn't quite work. This overtime is clearly brought to you by me being off me meds. You can tell, can't you? Easy enough. Right, Gospel Williams, let's flip this coin. And he's going to keep the coin because, well, he likes getting double paid the way these overtimes are going. And yeah, you can see that one there. Let's take a look. Floofs do win the toss. Bunch of tosses, aren't they? 6 of them left, but it's the best option they got with their elf agility. So it's going to be 6 on 3. Boy, this is going absolutely crazy, isn't it, lad? You got to be, the Underworld team's got to be staring and go, what's it going to take? As for the Floofs, you're starting to see now why this team, you can't call them the Padawan or Callisti anymore. The Padawan has surpassed the Master. It's pretty clear to see. Oh, look, it's a free move. All right, let's get on with it there.
It's time to do.
And, well, the Floofs are going to take on with that one. Free square. That's a massively good result for them. Gives them an easy chance to try and catch the ball. And for the rest of his team to, well, quite frankly, deal with the one opposing player and even maybe set up a slight screen. And you can see he's off. Now he's off, all right. Solid 2 dice hit. Down goes the Goblin. Does not really care that he does not get a result. The rest of the team, you can see it. He's only got... You're gasping at. He's down to only just the 6 players. Yeah, there they go. And they're setting a screen up. If you're Underworld, Well, what do you do now? Well, it's cage diving time, son. Minute it comes. Easy pass. And of course, well, he's got it. And yeah, there's the moment. Troll misses the play. And that may have, I hate to say it, been the best option he had. Troll, throw player, see what happens. Hell, even the troll even moving into position might have helped a little bit here. So you can see the Underworld team desperately scrambling to try and screen this one up. And they've got to put pressure on the ball carrier. They absolutely do, because one player, that's not going to do it. So now he's got the idea, double screen. And now here's the insanity. There's the cage dive. He'll actually take that result. It's actually a really good result. It's a shame he couldn't get anything else out of it, but, you know, what are the odds Goblin's going to have strip ball? Look that one up. Oh, there he goes.
No, son of a...
And the Goblins, bless the little hearts, evil as they might be, are putting up a hell of a screen fight, and they're definitely making this one expensive. Oh, he's KO'd him.
I will not kill anyone.
Now, come on, we like to see some death in these games. It's disappointing when there's none. And the Flying Floofs, well, as you can see here, they've now got themselves some interesting options. Also, having no one here to deal with all tall, dumb, and stupid, he's pretty much out of the play. And the Floofs, indeed, have decided to do exactly that. Maneuver to the other side and force the Underworld team to come all the way back. Now, Underworld can still, with the numbers they've got, contain this. But as you can see, massive, massive aggression being required. And they're making absolutely brilliant use of the stunty, two heads, dodge, and quite very huge honking cojones. And that's just the coach. I swear you can put your eye out with those things. This is it. That's the player we all called it to be. It's only a push. He rerolls it. It's still a bloody push.
Feed them to the pigs, Harold.
It's the perfect player, and it just doesn't work. Ironically, though, the troll actually does get something out of it.
Son of a bitch must pay.
Well, that's comedy gold for you. The player you don't expect actually pulls it off. But now here's the problem. How do the Elves want to pull this one off? And they have options. Solid punch down. He gets through. He's got an... Oh, God, he sees it. There he goes. And he's made the handoff.
This is the worst moment of my entire life.
And there...
Go suck a dick, suck a motherfucking dick. Suck a dick, suck a huge or small.
Well, sorry, you can hear the supporters from the Underworld on that one. They're just furious at that final result. When it comes down to they get the player in, you can easily get him, he's got all the skills, and it's two pushes. And then, go look what happens. It gets the dodging through, quick handoff, and it's in 3-2 in the overtime. The big surprise. God, well done for never ever giving that one up. It's just, that's Blood Bowl for you. It's hard to explain that sometimes you can play, it seems like a flawless game. We did show you there. You can study that. I'm pretty sure Vapor has got nothing to be ashamed of. He played the game fantastically. 3 blitzes. Maybe he could have exploited that last one a wee bit better. And then, of course, the Floofs just getting absolutely decimated, but they just kept going at it. Crazy, isn't it? So there's your final score coming out, 3-2 for the Pro Elves. They'll advance on to the final 8. Of course, you know, look who they got to face next. You got it. They've got 2 and really knows how to pound it. absolutely pounded, especially a team like them. Yeah, it's just too much information, isn't it, lad? Anyway, we'll catch you soon enough. Weekend for the final game of the final group of 16. Game 8 coming up. Keep tuned in. Nuffle, bless your dice.